Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Wednesday, October 9th, Major League Baseball playoffs continue. We've got a quadruple header. If you got a chance to take a look at Tuesday's games, wow. Mets, big win. Go up 2-1. Chance to close that at home. Padres, big win, 6-5. Holding on after getting up 6-1. Holding on. Chance to win a game to get this thing done at home. Two wildcard teams again. Chance to go to the NLCS in this one. Dodgers and Phillies both in trouble. Dodgers in serious trouble. They really don't have anybody to pitch for Game 4. Too early to bring back Yamamoto. What are they going to do? That's a question amongst questions amongst questions. We got 4 games going on. Let's get into the 4 games, shall we? First game up, 3:08 Eastern Time. Guardians, Tigers. Cobb pitching for the Guardians. Probably going to be a bullpen game here for the Tigers. No announced starter yet. About a toss game in Detroit. I honestly think Detroit's going to try to throw Skubal twice maybe in this series if they can get it to Game 5. In order to get there, they got to get Game 3 or Game 4 to get there. Cobb's pitched pretty well so far. I mean, throughout the season. Obviously, this is going to be his first start this postseason. Tigers bullpen, if it is going to be in a bullpen game, they did get rocked in Game 1 as the Guardians won 7-0. Skubal and the 3-run homer by Carpenter in the 9th were enough for the Tigers to get a victory in Game 2. Really like the Guardians in this series, except for any game that Skubal's going to pitch. I mean, it continues to be the case here. The Tigers do not really have any other pitching. Maybe Renee Olsen, maybe. I mean, on the outside, but they don't have anybody else. That's where the Guardians have more than enough. We're not going to see Emmanuel Claus give up another 3-run shot. It's just not going to happen. I understand this game's in Detroit. It's probably going to be rocking there in Detroit. Cleveland needs to do what they did in Game 1, and that's get an early lead. They are definitely a better front-running team than coming from behind. Like I said, about a wash game here, total of 7. Let's give you all the bets we've got for this one. Guardians money line. Guardians money line, first 5 innings. Alex Cobb over 2.5 strikeouts. Jose Ramirez over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And Guardians over 3.5 team total. One more time, Guardians money line. Guardians money line, first 5 innings. Alex Cobb over 2.5 strikeouts. Ramirez over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And Guardians over 3.5 team total. Next game up, 5:08 Eastern Time. Phillies, Mets. This is a do or die game here for the Phillies. Ranger Suarez against Jose Quintana. Jose Quintana got away with the game, I thought, in the wild card round. They figured out how to get a win. Mets, big win yesterday. Beating Aaron Nola. But Nola hasn't been dominant. He hasn't been like he has been in years past. Phillies desperately need to get this to Game 5. If they could get beat out today, Mets being at home. Game, once again, it's about a wash. We still like the Mets to win this series, but I honestly think this thing's going 5. It's been back and forth. I don't know if it's going to be a huge scoring game. Could be 4-2, 4-3, somewhere in that range. Expect it right around the total, but let's give you the bets we got for Phillies and Mets. Phillies money line, Phillies over 3.5 team total. Ranger Suarez over 3.5 strikeouts. I'll just forewarn you this one. If he gives up any runs early, he can get pulled, as this is an elimination game. And Nick Castellanos over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. One more time, Phillies money line. Phillies over 3.5 team total. Ranger Suarez over 3.5 strikeouts. Castellanos over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for us in that one. Next game up, Yankees, Royals. So we looked at this thing. It's at 7:08 Eastern Time, so one of the night games. I honestly thought before we really dove into everything, we were going to play the Yankees here. Series tied at 1. Game 3 of this set here. It's not an elimination game. Lugo, the last time out, in the wild card round, pitched 4 1/3. They've been pulling the starters like super early for the Royals. Now, I understand the bullpens pitch better, but it's not dominant. I'm getting a little. If Lugo's pitch is cruising along here and they pull him in the 5th, I'm going to be pretty hot about this one. But they've had a lot of time off, so I know they're looking to empty the bullpen. But I'm telling you, the more times you stick Angel Zerpa in this game, this series, the more opportunities the Yankees are going to have to crush him. I understand the Yanks normally don't hit left-handers tremendously well, but damn. Series moves to Kansas City in this one. And the Yanks are a favorite here with Clark Schmidt. Now, Clark Schmidt's pitched against the Royals once, and got his butt handed to him. Lugo's pitched against the Yanks twice, once in September. Pitched him well in September, didn't pitch him well earlier in the season, even though he was much more dominant in the early part of this year. As we got more and more into this, it was Royals, and that's what we're going to play here. Royals money line. Royals over 3.5 team total. Seth Lugo under 4.5 strikeouts. Main reason we're there is A, he's not a big strikeout pitcher, and B, the Royals have been taking the starters out real early. Royals over 1.5 team total first 5 innings, as well as Royals over 3.5 team total. And then Michael Massey over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. One more time, Royals money line. Royals over 1.5 team total first 5 innings, over 3.5 team total for the game. Seth Lugo under 4.5 strikeouts. Mr. Massey for the Royals over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Last game of the day. And we do not have any bets in this one as we're waiting on pitching matchup. But Dylan Cease supposedly going to start for the Padres in Game 4. 9:08 Eastern time to finish off the quadruple header. Padres, they're $1.40-ish favorite already to finish this thing off at home. I'm going to tell you right now, Cease has been a little rocky. I mean, he's not been fantastic against the Dodgers. He hasn't been god-awful, but hasn't been dominant. But, I mean, you saw what the Padres did in the second inning of Game 2, if you watched that game, or Game 3. They've come out early and often, and to beat the Dodgers, don't let them get in the lead. They're a great team when they're front runners. If you make them come from behind, more times than not, they're going to lose. And they're going to lose a bigger majority than most. Now, we will have these bets posted later, but right now we're leaning Padres in this one. And Padres over 3.5 team totals, if it's available, probably going to get smacked again. All right, so we just went through a bunch of bets. How do we get to see all those bets for the 4 baseball games division series? Real easy to do at the end of every episode on YouTube, as well as on our TikTok and YouTube channel pages at Sports Bets for Free. There is a link to our Google Sheets. It's docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link. Scroll down to October 9th. You'll be able to see all the bets that we made, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, also what book we placed them at. By the way, October 8th, just the 2 games, right? But how about we went 11-0 on the 8th? Pretty damn good day. So a lot of money to be made yesterday. We want to help you guys get some as well. So make sure you do check out those bets when you get some time. Also, you like the content that you're seeing here? Want to see more? No problem at all. All you have to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're on. Will show up in your follow or subscriptions tab, or make life easier. Just turn on notifications for that social media platform. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets. Private Discord channel is available. You get a lot of things out of the Discord. So number one, you're going to get all the bets before everybody else. So you're going to stay ahead of line movement, juice movement, all that kind of stuff. So you'll save money there. You're also going to make money on the bets. And then you're also going to help support the show. So if you're one of those people that say, I don't pay for bets, then you're supporting the show. Not only that, we're on live all the time on TikTok, 6-7 days a week for everybody to check out. So you get entertainment in it. We're cheaper than Netflix, and we're going to make you money. What more do you want? So make sure you check that out. You have to subscribe through TikTok, pick your package option, and then we will get you all the Discord information. That way you can grab those bets really easily all the time. Also, we have tons of promo bonus bets to give away from our partners to you. We're available in 49 of the 50 states out there. The only one we're not in is Nevada. We've got online casinos, sports books, fantasy sites, all that kind of stuff. Fantasy sites are just more than like daily fantasy or year-long fantasy leagues. They're also where player props are at. So if you're in a state that doesn't allow sports books, we've got fantasy sites where you can play in those. And you know what? You can still basically play except maybe everything except playing a money line or something to that effect. But you can play hits, runs, or RBIs. You can play total bases, home runs, doubles, all that kind of fun stuff. So check that out when you get some time as well. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.